Okay, so hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Let's continue with Warcraft 2. Woohoo! Woohoo indeed! Welcome. Let's see, last time I think we were on the 11th mission of the Orc campaign. That's not what I want. I want load gain. Which is... mission for going to Dalaran? Yes. Okay, so this is kind of part way through the beginning of the level. I'll just pause it. We start out on this island, and there's ships which we have to attack, and then there's a coastline here with towers all over it. I've saved after we've taken a bunch of them out here, so that we can ship our units up to here. Now, I did a, what's it called? A scout out of this map last time. I think we have to destroy all the mage towers on the map. And possibly the entirety of the Dalaran faction. Dalaran has like a little island up here, cross island or something, with some mages and a mage tower on it, as well as a bunch of towers surrounding it. Then Dalaran also has a base down here. There's this line of mountains going like this across the center of the map, and there's a wall covering a gap in between the mountains with a row of towers in them. White has a base down here as well as a base up here. All the way along here, as I said, there is towers alternating between guard towers and cannon towers. I think there's another shipyard down here as well, but I've dealt with one, and I haven't seen them really create White create more ships, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I have looked at a guide to sort of give me an idea of how I'm supposed to approach this, because last time there's a gold mine here, and it's in the base of one of the bases which White faction has. I think they're bigger bases down here, but they have a smaller base up here. However, I took that over at the cost of pretty much all of my infantry, and I wasn't able to defend it because we had Griffin Riders and other units coming and attacking us afterwards. The guide says that it recommends that you actually build a base up there, but in a slightly different position than what I did, because apparently the AI is less likely to attack you if you build it one place or the other. I guess we'll see whether that ends up being the case. If not, well, I'll just have to try other locations or try to play better. This is Griffin Riders, which is a big problem. Because they're kind of nasty.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, hop in there. I also want these two catapults in there. These orcs are pretty talkative. They are.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain.
Sorry, there's going to be a lot of the dialogue playing, drowning out my mic audio. Oh dear. Let's see, I haven't fiddled with the volume. I could probably turn it down a bit.
Aye, matey.
There we go. It might be a bit better. Yeah, we'll put it up a bit more.
Yes, Captain.
It's not all the time. It's just when I'm clicking things and organizing stuff, so
You're the captain.
apologies for that.
Yes, Captain.
So it's like 11 things in, 11 sessions in, so
Ahoy. You're the captain.
maybe it was just really talkative for that moment.
Ahoy.
Okay, you can get rid of them. There's going to be another tower along here.
Yes, you're the captain. Aye, matey. You're the captain. I would love to. Aye, matey.
Right, so I want you around there.
Ahoy! Would you want me to
And
boss?
you there.
Ahoy. Yes, Captain. I would love
Up
to.
off.
John Dax. What? Yes. John Dax.
Okay, and you two. Right,
John Dax.
so there's more towers along this way.
Master. Ahoy.
And we should go and deal with those. And I also want you all into the transport.
You're the captain.
And we'll get our 2 dragons up here as well.
Yes, Captain. I would love
We do have a
the
hero
captain.
in this mission, Terran Gorefiend. However, I don't think we actually have to keep him alive. I will try and keep him alive because he is a hero. But it's not important keeping the level to getting the mission done. Should we watch the introductory again? I'm gonna have to restart the campaign for that, and I've already started a little bit, so... this is our objectives. Destroy all mage towers and destroy all of Dalaran, Violet. We don't actually have to destroy White, but...
Master? Yes, Master.
most likely do so anyway.
Being attacked.
Okay, get rid of that elven archer.
Master?
Get rid of the... Good, good. That cannon tower didn't attack me.
Aye, matey. Arg. Ahoy.
I can hop over there,
You're the captain.
go there. Right, so the guide I read mentions that we should probably try and build our base here,
Okay.
rather than going around this tree line, which you can just see here, and taking out their base, because it means that we'll keep more of our troops,
Okay.
since I won't be expending them defeating the enemy, and we can eventually chop through the forest there, and
Matey, we're being attacked.
Alright.
get to the gold mine, which is beyond them that way,
Arg.
which isn't actually that bad of an idea, since we have quite a bit of gold as it is. And I do kind of need to get some towers up quickly. So I'll build this. Let me see. I'll build this about here.
Okay. We're being attacked.
Yes, Master.
You the boss. Alright. Zog.
And I'll probably build a lumber mill around here as well. Right there. And I'll start building some towers. So I'm going to need to protect my base from those Griffin Riders, if nothing else.
Aye, matey.
Okay. Keep the sappers up there. Don't really need them.
Arg. I would love to. Yes, Captain.
Careful, don't get within range of any...
Arg. The captain.
Cannon
Ahoy.
towers.
Arg. I would love to. Yes, Captain.
There we go.
Work complete. Swobo.
Okay. So if we look over here, there's a Griffin Aviary. Probably try and get rid of that. But the gold mine is just, like, here.
Work complete. Dabu. Loptar. Swobo. Dabu. Zug.
And when this is done,
Dabu. Work complete. You got me, the boss. Dabu. You got me. Alright. Alright. Okay. Zug.
we'll start
Swobo.
cutting through this forest.
Zug.
Yes.
Okay, get that.
What?
We're just gonna have to
Okay.
live with the units we have at the moment, it seems. So I
Master?
don't really want to spend all the gold I have on building houses until I start collecting it.
Sunset. Sunset. Loktar.
Do I have my... There. Good. Gold mine's actually over here. There it is. Take care of that farm there.
Loktar. Sunset. We're being attacked.
Master?
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, get the axe upgrade.
Alright, okay. Yes, Master. Okay.
You can get rid of that farm.
Sunset.
This already seems to be working better because I'm not getting attacked as much. And they do have some buildings down there. Yeah, that's where you'd have gone through normally. Otherwise, you have that knight and soldier and all that. Okay. I think I'm actually going to build another tower. And depending on which one of you cuts a tree down, well, when one of you is finished, I'll build another farm.
Work complete.
Oh, well, you're already done. Build a farm there. And upgrade that. Go. Oh. Hello, Griffin God. Thanks for the raid. Dabu. Indeed. How's Satisfactory going? I saw that just before. You're on... What, I've been playing all the factory games, is it? I think I've seen a bit of that. Like, maybe 2 years ago? Have the Griffins been giving me hassle? A little bit. They're rather annoying, what was them throwing the lightning axes at me all the time. Thankfully, they're not being too much of a problem at the moment. Only one every now and then. Do enjoy the factory games. It's tickling you a lot. That's good to hear. I haven't really played too many of them. I like Satisfactory for, I suppose, because it's first person, which seems neat. Wandering around the whole factory you've built. Good thing you just finished after that catapult stone landed. Otherwise, that would have been a very unfortunate accident. Okay, how many houses am I going to have to build? How many does it provide? 4? Yeah, I guess 4. Heard each of the Warhammers are pricey. I remember that. It was like one of their piss dialogues in Warcraft 3. I think they actually removed that. It was a too overt reference, I guess. Okay, keep cutting through those trees. Should should I get this? Yeah, sure. Bow axe throwers are doing better damage.
Do you want the axe? Do you want the axe?
That's fine. This is a much easier way to handle this level than what I was trying last time.
Work complete.
Okay, could you finish that? Keep cutting through these trees. You can actually get up to there now.
Lord Hook.
Hmm.
Zug. Zog.
I'll start building over here. I need more peons. Yep, build a house. Creative way to get gold. Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier. Ooh, hello. What's this? There's one of those griffins.
Yes, master. Yes, master.
Boss.
Did you call it? There we go. Oh, wasted a metal.
Alright.
But
master.
yes, as I mentioned
Yes,
earlier,
master.
I had I tried this level last night, and the way I went about it was, after starting off with this island, you have to clear a landing zone by getting rid of some of these towers, which are all the way along the coastline. And I had marched my troops through here, destroyed this base and the enemy forces around here, and set up my base over here next to the gold mine, which makes sense. However, I was getting attacked constantly by the enemy, and eventually I lost all of my infantry forces before I was able to make more. So it wasn't a very good way to go about it. A guide which I've read suggested actually building your town hall or great hall over here and then cutting through the forest to get to the gold mine, because apparently building it over here makes the AI a bit less aggressive. I'm not sure why. Maybe they have more difficulty finding your base. Which is fine by me, considering there's 2 factions here. And I have to work from nothing. Griffin. So mean to the poor Griffin. It was just helping me out. If they come throwing their giant lightning axes at me, I'm afraid they have it coming. Orcs, we can't be, we can't be, coddling towards the enemy. We got big old dragons.
Master?
And ogres.
Would you want to kill the boss? Would you want to kill?
You done with that yet? Really?
Work complete.
Just keep building more farms. Build one there. The overall goal for this level is to destroy all the mage towers of the Violet faction, which is Dalaran, and also destroy all of Dalaran, the Violet faction. So, though it says destroy a mage tower, so maybe White faction has a mage tower down here. White has a base down here, purple or violet over here, and there's a small like fortress up here which we have to destroy. Easy then, of course. Absolutely. These expansion missions have been quite a bit harder than the base games missions overall, which you kind of expect.
What? Okay.
I think the next level, which is the last for the Orc campaign, is apparently it's even harder. And the guide I've been reading says that it's a bit of a toss-up as to whether you can make progress in it or not, which is encouraging. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. Okay, I'm gonna put you on gold. I'm gonna put you on gold. Actually, I'll put you all on gold. Once we get another 400, then I'll start getting another peon.
You're the captain.
You can't really do anything. I should probably destroy you. We have no need of you. It's not possible to delete units. I'd have to sink them with my own ships. Should I do that? Free up population. And there's no other islands here.
You're the captain.
I don't know. Let's actually make a save. There we go. And catapults, you can start. Oh, hello.
What you want, boss?
You've actually decided to come over and attack. Hey, leave my peons alone.
Got me, the boss. All right.
Okay. Yes, master.
Okay, so they did come over to attack.
Okay.
I think that was just the two which were down there, though.
We're being attacked. The boss.
I'm gonna need more peons. Since I killed two of them.
Okay. Yes, master. Yes.
The boss.
Yes.
Ready to work. All right.
Yes, captain. Master. All right. Yes,
What you want,
master.
the boss? All right.
Okay. I've got one transport left.
Lord, Untuck. Swobu.
Yes, master.
Get out of here.
Master. All right. Okay.
All right. All right. Okay.
Should also get rid of these houses. And make it harder for the
Okay.
white faction to build up a force.
Lord, Dabu.
And another peon.
Yes, master.
Okay.
Master.
Ready to work.
Okay.
I wonder how far down I can go before
All right.
there's some towers. Because there is a wall around here. There's a castle. Okay. Okay, there's some.
Master. Yes,
All
master.
right. The boss. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I guess I'll get rid of all of this. At least the castle.
All right. Yes, master. All right.
Lord,
There's some knights. Okay.
Dabu.
Yeah, you can start cutting some trees down.
Master. Master.
Okay. The boss. Ready to work.
We should also build a blacksmith
Untuck.
so I can start getting some upgrades for my units.
Okay.
Well, actually, retreat for the moment.
Master.
All right.
Until we've
Yes,
gotten
master.
some armor and weapon upgrades.
Yes, yes, master.
Some of my guys are level 1.
The boss.
Get another peon. 45,800.
Ready to work. You got me. Dabu.
I was thinking of how long we can make that last. Upgrade. Able to upgrade to a stronghold. How much is in this?
You're the captain.
500,000? Oh no.
Yes, Captain.
200,000. Okay.
Ready to work. Zug zug.
Oil is not a problem.
Work complete. Zug 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 dabu.
Like that. I need more gold.
We're being attacked.
Master?
You got me.
Alright. Yes?
You got
Oh,
me. You
another ogre
boss.
died.
What, huh?
Arg.
Wonder if I should build some more guard towers here.
Would I be delighted?
You can hop over there. Just in case you explode.
Ready to work. Zug dog dabu. Work complete.
Oh, that was my armor upgrade. So once we've got the shipyard
Ready
built,
to work.
we'll be able to get a oil tanker and start collecting oil.
Work complete. Dabu. Swobu.
There we go.
Swobu.
You can start collecting wood as well. Okay, get more armor
You're
upgrades.
the captain.
Get a tanker.
Done building ship. Yes, Captain.
Good.
I would love
As soon as you can, build the platform.
to. I would love to.
There we go. And doesn't seem like there's other ships on this small ocean, so building up a massive navy is not that important. I just wanted to get a source of oil in place, just in case I needed to replace some of my ships. The destroyers also help versus the griffins.
Work complete.
And maybe to cover my catapults as they move south, getting rid of these towers. Yeah, get a weapons upgrade first. Oh, I need a barracks to upgrade to a stronghold. Armor or barracks?
Zug zug. Work complete.
Get a barracks.
Dabu.
Maybe get another peon. Oh, I need another farm. Okay.
Swobu.
And then you can build a farm. Where? Over here.
Nopar.
Once that's done, we'll upgrade to a stronghold. That will let me get more gold per peon trip. And then I think I'll be able to upgrade to ogre mages. I think that's at a stronghold.
Work complete. Dabu. Zug zug. Work complete.
I need more wood. Yeah.
Zug dog. Zug zug.
Okay. $25 off. Come on. Nearly done. There we go. We are running out of gold a bit. I'll start destroying the towers when I have a few more units, or I upgrade my ogres to ogre magi with bloodlust. That way I'll be able to better defend against my catapults against attacking enemy forces. Because I don't want to lose all this and have nothing to back them up. And have nothing to replace them with, rather.
Work complete.
Okay, good. Oh no, it's building ogres at Stronghold and ogre mages at Fortress. Okay, I think.
City.
Hey,
You're the captain.
get out of there.
I would love to.
Stop that.
You're the captain.
Eat cannonball.
Hi, matey. You're the captain. I would love to.
Another peon. And upgrade weapons.
Ready to work. Swobo.
You can collect wood.
Work complete. Huh? Ready to work.
Yeah. Okay. No auto storms.
Zugzugbar.
Oil's not going to be a problem, so I don't think I'm going to bother building a refinery. Foundry. Increased damage and armor? Nah. Neither of those are important. An alchemist? Do I need more zeppelins? We have one. If I lose it, we'll build another. Sappers, I never really use sappers.
Loktar.
Okay. Got
Dabu. Work
3 collecting
complete.
wood. And get berserk training. Build another ogre.
Huh?
Or train another ogre. They put them together. They get like crates of parts. They have to assemble them. The ogres aren't actually meant to be two-headed. They just end up with an extra head in all the boxes.
We're ready, Master. I'm not ready.
So it's either they give ogres 2 heads,
Eat
or they end up having to make like some kind of
Zugzug.
amalgamation of all the leftover heads.
Jugani. Eat Zugzug. Loktar.
Okay. Move down here.
We're being attacked.
Oh, sick that cannon tower attacking.
Work complete. Work
Oh.
complete.
Yes? No?
Eat
Whatever.
Jugani. Loktar. Okay.
Okay, let's save again. And keep getting rid of these towers. Oh, hello.
Lord Zugzug. Swobo. Boss.
Get
We're
lighter
ready,
axes.
Master. I'm not ready.
Zugdog.
Also, put you under 4.
Would you want me to boss? Alright.
Good. I wonder how much they're gonna... Hey!
Look, Johnny. Alright, the boss. Alright.
I left, specifically because I thought there wouldn't be any attackers.
You the boss. Alright.
Oh, my peons.
You the boss. Alright.
Those are valuable.
We're being attacked.
Okay, I'm gonna have to build some more berserkers. So, retreat back up here.
You got me? We're complete. Would you want the boss?
I think they killed like 2 peons. Can actually build some towers over here, I think.
Neutral here.
Just to
Would you want
defend against
ready to work.
roaming griffins. You could build another one. If I build one over there, can you get around that? I think so.
Neutral here.
Scouting.
Complete.
Or shall I wait for regeneration?
You got me? Okay. Lord Hook. Zug.
And build another tower
Work
there.
complete. You got me?
Okay, keep moving down.
The boss.
Good.
You got me? The boss. The boss. You got me? The boss.
Is there anyone else around there? No. Okay. Next tower.
The boss.
Okay. And the next one.
You got me? Right.
There's a refinery, but as I said, I don't think they have any ships on the ocean. They start with some, but we destroyed all those.
The boss. Alright.
Anything around here? You gotta destroy that refinery. That's fine. Okay, let's go down here, because I remember there being a large group of enemies. Right there, yes.
You got me? Okay. Okay. You the boss. Alright. We're being attacked! What you want me to? You got me? Alright. Alright. You're talking.
Get regeneration. Okay. Got about half of the gold left in there. Or just over half.
You got me? Alright. Neutral here. Lord, what you want to kill? Sun's on me, the boss.
Get rid of that shipyard.
We're being attacked!
Hey, what?
It's on.
Oh. Wait. No, it was a cannon tower which shot me. I was going to say, what elven archer did that?
What you want me to boss? You the boss. Work complete.
Okay.
We're ready, Master. I'm not ready.
And you can move back over here. Get another one. I should actually get a fortress. 25,000. Or 2,500. 2,200. We're just waiting on the gold. Sure.
We're ready, Master. I'm not ready.
Get out of here, elf.
Would you want me to boss?
Ogres. They're too fast moving for even elves to react. Elven agility doesn't have anything against an ogre fist to the face. There we go. Upgrade to a fortress. And nearly down. There we go. Attack that guard tower. Good, good. Next up is another cannon tower.
Lord Sunson, would you want me to?
I should probably be a bit careful since they had all those knights and elven archers down there. I would really rather not get too close to their base until I get Ogre Magi. I can get right now. And also, Death Knights. Yeah, we can wait on those. I don't need either of those. I'm using a Zeppelin for scouting and... well, our catapults don't need to deal more damage at the moment.
We're being attacked!
Okay.
Work complete.
Trade a Death Knight. Build another farm. And I'll get you to build a farm once you're finished as well. And upgrade to Ogre Magi.
I'm alive.
I need more farms. Okay, let's get haste.
Of course. Very
can march down there. And get a dragon roost. Start collecting more gold. Right, I need 2,000 for that. I think next I'm going to get his bloodlust.
Work complete.
Yep.
Yes.
And should I get runes or death and decay first?
Work complete.
I think runes might be a bit more useful, though it does cost a lot more mana. And I'll get 2 more Ogre Magi. There we go. this dialogue?
That doesn't hurt. This is the reason I ended it all. Stop that incessant clicking. What?
Okay.
We're ready, Master.
Greetings,
I think I was reading up a bit about the character. Apparently Terran's supposed to be like an orc spirit in a humanoid body. Because he was one of the first Death Knights. If not their first Death Knight. I think you meet him at some point in World of Warcraft. I remember there was mentioning that there was a quest you go and you're talking to like an orc spirit and he's telling you to go get these artifacts of Terran. And it turns out it was Terran all the time, all along. And then he rides off after taunting you. Get Death and Decay. Other than that, I know absolutely nothing about the character. Okay. Get them. Attack the barracks. Good. Attack that guard tower. There we go. And that's the last tower along the coastline. Nice. Now, I don't think there's anything like a... Well, there's a Griffin Rider flying over the forest there. I was going to say, I don't
What is it?
think there's
Yes?
anything like a
Right away. Right away. What is it?
gold mine in the corner.
Right away.
Okay, get in here. You can come too, Death Knight. Since they've only got knights, they don't have paladins.
Right away.
You made a bad decision. Get back here. And they don't actually have that much in that base at all. I was afraid they'd have a lot of units in there, but no, not really. Okay. And we have another gold mine now. It's good. 60,000 in there. There's another farm and another Griffin Aviary. Actually,
What is it? Right away. Right away.
Alright. Okay.
get rid of that Griffin Rider. Now you can get rid of the Aviary. And Rider. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Quapex. Capex.
Alright.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Alright. Okay, you the boss.
Get rid of that farm. And then march back up there. Hopefully without people getting stuck in the forest.
Yes.
At least them getting stuck
Okay.
stopped others from getting stuck.
You the boss.
They were just going in there to show the others where not to go. Now, let me save also. Apparently Dalaran has a base over here. Yes, so there's Purple's base. And they have a gold mine right there. And quite a few troops. It's actually a gap through the wall right there. I could actually blast through that mountain with sappers. You're gonna have to attack there anyway. There is a mage tower.
We're being attacked.
There's all their houses, farms. I could actually build dragons and go and attack that. That would stop them from being able to build too many units. You wonder how many times Dalaran's been destroyed? It's quite a few times. Let's see. It's in the process of being destroyed here. I think we destroyed it in Tides of Darkness. I don't know whether that's canon or not, but that's... I'm not really going to worry about that. So, at least twice in Warcraft 2. I can't remember whether we attacked it in Warcraft 1. I don't think so. I don't... Maybe? I can't remember, honestly. It's destroyed in Warcraft 3. Is it destroyed in World of Warcraft? In any of the expansions? It's sort of... I remember it being in that big protective dome. And then they teleported it to Northrend. But I can't really remember what they ended up doing with it afterwards.
Okay.
And get rid of... build you. And get another dragon. Oh.
Yes, very well. We're
Gonna get
ready,
another
Master.
And build another ogre mage. I mean, for all the times Dalaran's been destroyed, it seems like they don't have too much difficulty rebuilding it. Mages. Maybe they just magic it into its existence.
Huh? Sun.
We're ready, Master.
I'm alive.
I saw a mention on the wiki I was reading for this map that, I guess this area could kind of be considered like...
Being attacked. Lord Hook.
Oh, what's the area? It's like...
Sun. Okay.
Is it Hillsbrad and South Shore? I guess broadly. I suppose you'd think of this as like the mountains in between the Forsaken area if you have Gilneas further down here behind the wall. And then you have, I guess, South Shore. And if Dalaran is up there, I don't know. Extremely broad strokes. I think it's trying to get...
Yes,
You know, a square
right
peg to
away.
fit into a circle hole. It was never really designed with that in mind. It's just a interesting map.
The boss.
It's not to say, you know, stop. It's fair enough. It's fine if people try to do that. Match it to areas in Warcraft or something. Easy if the circle hole is big enough. That's true. Depends on how determined you are. Or one GIF I saw, you just open up the box and stick it in that way.
What you want me to? Do you want that? All right.
Damn it. My ogre.
Very well. Of course.
Also welcome. Get rid of that. No, actually, don't go up there. 'Cause I want you to get rid of the other towers. I think there's at least... probably at least 2 more. I was going to say, there is some more along here, isn't there? I thought there'd be like one there. Yeah, whatever. A lot of this area here has nothing in it. It's just like foresty, empty space. I've seen that on a few of these maps. There's like areas which doesn't really have much in them. I guess because I have to make them square. And I can't fill up every area.
What you want me to? Okay.
Kind of think if there was like a corner of the map, then they'd have like a gold mine in it, but maybe they don't put one there so the AI doesn't go for it. There's a gold mine. There's not one down there. Behind the trees. Maybe if they put one behind the trees, the AI would try to go for it, even though they can't reach it.
Alright, come on.
I did read if Purple's gold mine runs out, Purple peasants will try to get to this gold mine here, but they don't know how to go around the mountain, so they'll just like, I suppose, stand around here trying to get there. Or so. AI in Warcraft 2, not very smart. Persistent though, and I'm glad it's not really smarter, because if it was, I think it would be a bit kind of too difficult to defeat. Oh dear. Hold on a moment. Get out of here, you. I actually haven't had that many bots, but one decided to show up. Haven't had any for a while.
What you want me to? Yes.
Okay, you can get through here. Do I mean big follow? The biggest follows.
Zunzun. Swobu. Zogton the boss.
Right, let's see.
Yes.
I've got these dragons just sitting around, flying around. Let's send them down here. We can get rid of some of these. So I'm guessing what was them having a gold mine, they're going to be a bit more active in replacing their units. I don't think they have a base up here. They just have this little camp here. Yeah. Yeah. That area there, as I mentioned, is like a little square fort, but it's got like a spiral of land leading to a central island. And it's got towers all around it. There's mages in the center as well as a number of knights. Possibly paladins? I'm not too sure. I'm guessing maybe knights, because I don't think... Well, thanks, dragon. You blew up one of your own. I'm guessing knights, because purple hasn't upgraded. Can I draw some of you out here?
What is it?
Oh, hello. Now, I was just going to start putting some runes.
What? Yes, master. Yes, master. Of
Over there.
Yes,
For anyone
master.
to step in. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, master. Yes, master.
Makes it easier when there's such a narrow path for them to go through. Wait, what? Why is there bodies there? Did peons move up here to repair the buildings? I guess so. Yeah. Peasants. Here they come. Actually causing my dragons to attack each other again. My mind immediately went to... Now, I know that farms don't, like, pop peasants out of them when you kill them. Or destroy them.
Would you want me to?
I need another cannonball.
Would you want me
What
to?
is it? Yes. Yes, master.
Okay. That's a cannon tower there. I want to get rid of that. No. I mean, that's a good way. If they keep sending their peasants to repair them, then I can get rid of their
What is it? Of course.
economy that way. Get back here. Peasants always looked like they had like little bowling balls for heads.
Work complete.
Maybe some kind of skull cap or something.
Your command, master.
Yes. Yes, master. Of course.
Yeah, they haven't even upgraded to a castle.
Okay, the boss. Okay.
There we go. Actually, let's get rid of this.
Yes. What is this, master? What is it? Yes, master. What? Right away. Right away.
I see you trying to build a farm over there.
What?
Okay. Not as much resistance as I thought there would be.
Son. The boss. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but the rest of their base is just
Yes.
those few towers over there and the rest of their farms. Unless they're trying to build another town hall somewhere. Let's check up there. With that all done, then we'll be able to focus on attacking here. Which has quite a few knights and archers guarding it. But I don't think it should be a problem. The passes around here are really narrow, so death and decay and runes will help with a lot of them. Oh, hey, my gold mine blew up. Oh, good thing we just freed up another 3. All of you, go down there. Build that there. And the rest of you can sit around over here. Okay. You can move there, you can move there. Deathwing can move there.
Yes.
You can move there. I do have another one of you.
Very well.
Thought I had another Death Knight. Let's get another 2. And I get some more Ogre Mages. There we go. All of those farms are destroyed.
Very well.
We're ready, Master.
I'm alive. Yes. Make it quick.
Okay,
Very well.
go there. Shoot you. I'm just going to keep Terran over here. How much better are you at attacking?
Yes.
5 to 9,
Yes.
8 to 16. He has 2 points of armor.
Work complete. Make it quick. Yes.
Range 3, 398,
Yes.
498. Okay, so he's got an extra point of range as well. But he's really not that much stronger. Oh, and his hit points, 180. I think he's got like over twice as much. I think they've got 60
Make
normally.
it quick. I'm alive.
So,
Yes. Yes. I'm growing impatient. Yes. Yes. Make it quick. Make it quick. Yes. Make it quick. I'm growing impatient. Don't push it. When my work is finished, I'm coming back for you. Yes.
aw, it's not very funny. Okay. Did Dragon say anything? No. Dragons don't talk. Okay, actually, go over here. Let's go up around this way, so we're attacking from this direction, not from up down here, because that will be harder for me to place runes around there.
Alright. Okay.
It's taking a while to get through this, but
But you want to kill?
all of my berserkers are fully healed up, so getting our money's worth out of that regeneration.
Look, Zun.
I just wish my other units have regeneration.
Yes, of course.
Partly why I'm doing the Orc campaign first, because
Alright.
I kind of like the humans more because they have healing. I do like the Orc spells because they're so aggressive. Bloodlust and Death and Decay and Runes are very good spells. But it always bugs me that my units are injured and I can't heal them. It feels like it's a waste of resources, I guess, because you often got to attack with like a guy who's got 2 hit points left and there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas when you're playing as the Alliance, you can heal you guys up when you're not doing anything else.
Alright.
What is it? Of course, what is it?
We're being
Yes, Master. Of course.
And then I lose a catapult to a knight. Oh well. We're not hurting for money.
Of course.
Okay. You move up to here.
Of course, Master. Very well.
And
Very well. Of course, Master. Very well.
oh no, they ran around my runes. They did that time.
Yes. Do you want axe?
Ah. Such sneaky tactics. Again, runes are like landmines. You put them underground, you can see them, they're flashing every now and then. They're like a
Yes.
bunch of bones surrounded by gore.
Make it quick. Very
And when
well.
units step on them, they explode.
Your command, Master. Yes.
Let's just use
Of course.
Death and Decay to remove anything in there.
Make it very well.
Particularly those ballista.
Make it quick. Of course.
It is nice that I've got a longer firing range on my Death and Decay than they have on anything else of theirs. I can actually fly up to there and attack that ballista. There we go.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a bunch of their mages.
Make it quick. Yes. Yes. We're being attacked. Yes. Very well. Jukami? Yes. Of course. Make it
And that fire will hurt.
Make it yes. 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 Make it
You're the
quick.
injured one.
Of course.
You're not injured.
Yes. Of course.
Blah. There we go.
Of course.
Pass that on there, get rid of the guard tower. Oh, I've got my other catapult now, don't I? You're gonna have to move down to there. I can maybe get rid of that cannon tower. Or maybe not.
Make it very, very well. Of course.
Get rid of some of the wall here. There we go.
Of course.
And get rid of that
Make it very well.
cannon tower. Okay, there's more cannon towers. Elven archers, a ballista.
Yes. Make it quick. Yes. Make it.
I think we can mostly deal with that just with Death and Decay. I actually only need to destroy all their mage towers. Oh no, hang on. No. I also have to get rid of purple.
Yes. Yes.
Who's got the most?
Of course.
You do.
Of course, Master. Very well.
I want to cast that there?
Well. Very well. Very well.
Damn it!
Make very well. Very well. Very well. Of course.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea. Dragons, attack the cannon towers. Since cannon towers can't attack... I've got an even better idea.
Yes.
As I mentioned, like, maybe 3 sessions ago, I've probably mentioned in the interim as well. Haste, for the most part, only increases speed of units. It doesn't actually increase the attack speed of units. However, it's a bit different for dragons. It actually increases their attack speed.
Of course. Very well. Of course.
And if you cast Bloodlust on them, I believe they deal 3 times the damage. So casting both on dragons is I think it's like one of the best uses of it, but it wears off pretty quickly.
Yes.
Right, so catapults move over here. Let's get rid of those towers. Like if I cast haste on these catapults, it speeds them up, but it doesn't increase the firing speed of it. And if I cast haste on an ogre, it doesn't do anything at all.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes. Very well.
Can't make him fast enough to dodge
Very
that
well.
ballista.
Of course, Master. Yes.
Yeah, dragons, get rid of that ballista. There we go. And fly back. Also helps moving them around because they've got such a long time after they've attacked. They just sort of sit around doing nothing.
You got me, the boss.
Can you attack that from there? No. It's up here. There's some knights. There was a guard tower. Okay.
Lord Duke.
What? Yes, Master. Yes, Master. Right away. Yes, Master. Yes, Master. What? Right away.
Well, there's one of my runes. I found it. There's another one.
Yes.
I thought I maybe cast them a bit too close.
Lord Duke. Ducks. Make it quick.
Runes will disappear on their own after 2 minutes, I think it is. Though, I think that's 2 minutes at the slowest speed of the game. We're playing at a quite a higher speed than that.
Yes. You got me. Okay. All right.
No.
Make it very well.
What is
Yep.
it? What?
They've
Yes,
disappeared.
Master. Yes, Master. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yes, Master.
Eat that. You got me, boss.
Okay.
All right. So
Actually,
What is yes, Master?
Mage Eye,
Yes,
get up
Master.
to here.
Yes. Yes, Master.
We're being attacked!
I'm sorry, where did they go? Ah!
Very well. Of course.
Sneaky!
Chukami,
Cheating
the boss.
AI. What are they doing that?
Make it very
A smart move.
Of course.
They're all just bunching up in the corner.
Yes. Very well. Of course.
Can't do anything against this, can you?
Of course.
Nice. Okay, all that's left is that one
What is
tower.
right away?
Get rid of that.
Yes. Yes, Master.
And we'll win. Ugh. Okay. It was a tricky map until we did it that way. I don't know why that makes it so much easier. I guess just pathing issues for the AI. They don't really know where you are, which is odd, but... Eh. I'll take it. Victory! Rank God. Cool.
As the burning remains of your victims fill the air with acrid smoke, the sky fills with a figure as black as night. Deathwing descends, exhausted from his long journey from Grim Batal, bearing grave news from his brothers at Blackrock Spire. The Alliance has sent a host of warriors to the Black Morass and has engaged the forces of Warsong and the Shattered Hand at the Dark Portal. You must rally the forces of Shadowmoon to break through this siege and return the artifacts you have secured to Draenor. Only then can Ner'zhul's plan of opening portals to new worlds be realized. Succeed and you will command vast armies as they ravage untold worlds. Fail and be slaughtered.
Okay. Captured the Dark Portal. Again. Destroy all humans. Okay. Actually, what? Destroy all humans? Oh, geez. Okay, we're going to wipe out the entire map. Okay. You can create additional peasants in the town hall. Good tip. Save. Right. So as I mentioned... Actually, we'll have a look here. We have a number of heroes with us. So we have Grom Hellscream.
Yes? Tell me what to do! Welcome to my nightmare! I am Iron Man! Feelings! What?
Who else have we got? We've got Terran again.
Yes.
We've got Dentag.
Yes. What do you want?
Have we seen them?
We don't understand.
I think so. Maybe in the first mission.
Are you opposing Shadowmoon? Ner'zhul will have your head. What do you want? Huh?
Yeah?
We've got Korgath Blade Fist again.
Huh? Need a hand? Stop it! You... Do you feel lucky, punk? Yeah?
What?
And we've got Deathwing. Ooh, he's actually got a voice.
What? I'm waiting. Do you like fire? I'm full of it.
Okay, so yeah, he's kind of powerful for a hero. 800 hit points, 10 armor, 13 to 35 damage, 5 range, sight of 9, speed of 14.
Alright.
I like his portrait with the iron plates on his on his head. Do I have? I think we read the entry for Deathwing before. I think it mentioned goblins actually putting the armor on him in Warcraft 2 until it was changed to. Who ended up doing it in Cataclysm? Let's see. Dentag. The Ogre Mage Dentag is a valued servant of Ner'zhul and the Shadowmoon clan. Dentag is often called upon to rally support for wavering clans and put them back in line should they oppose Ner'zhul's absolute rule. Yeah, I think we're afraid of... I don't... Terran Gorefiend. The ancient orc spirit of Gorefiend rides within the decaying body of this fallen knight of Azeroth. Malicious and extremely cunning, Gorefiend desires to open his own portal for Draenor and claim a world for his own. Draenor? Although the wretched Death Knight has discerned the true magical nature of the Dark Portal, he would share that knowledge with Ner'zhul for a price. Okay. It's interesting seeing how characters are a bit different from how they were later on. Right, okay, but yes, this level. So let's see, what do I remember about this? Looking at the maps. We have Teal's base here. There's a mountain range which splits up along here. The Dark Portal is over here, with a surrounding of mountains with water, as it's like a crater filled with water, as we remember from like the last mission in Tides of Darkness. Except it's like half off the map. I think Purple's base is up here. We're getting attacked. White space is down here, past the mountains. Now, just pause it. The guide I read mentions that we should like go south through here, attack the towers, because there's a line of towers and walls going along here, and there's a gold mine about here. It suggests getting rid of these southern towers, pushing through here, using some forests which are here to create like a wall, and there's two passes between the walls which are about here and the forest which is here. And then there's another forest around here, which you can position troops in two passages so that the enemy have to go through two lines, you know, just narrow passes to attack you rather than being out in the open. And then it says that, like, to use Deathwing to get rid of teal space, or green. I call it teal. It looks more like teal to me. So I guess we'll be doing that, because otherwise it seems like there's purple up here, but you have to push through the towers to get there. I don't think you can get rid of the entirety of teal space from the beginning. I think you'd need to get some more catapults, because I have ballistas and cannon towers and towers, so our heroes are good, but they're not that good. We don't have to keep our heroes alive. That is not one of the objectives. I'll try to keep them alive. And I don't know. I think the guide said that they have paladins on this level, but they don't cast exercise for some reason. We'll see whether that happens. It depends whether the guide was written, I suppose, for the Battle.net version or not, or if there was a change in that. Anyway, let's just restart this.
As the burning
Okay.
Zogdog.
We have got a lot of
Zogdog.
orcs and all that. And Dentag is actually a ogre mage, so
What?
that's nice.
Chop chop.
I'm actually going to put you
And
all together. You can go under 7.
Lord. Zogdog.
Just because I don't want to be
Yes.
accidentally sending you to your deaths.
Would you want to kill?
And 4,
What?
5.
Right.
Zogdog.
Okay, let's bring this Zeppelin over here. You can see there's the towers, cannon towers.
Zogdog. Eat not look there. Would you want to kill the boss?
Let's start getting rid of some of these towers.
You got it right, the boss. Zogdog.
They don't have armor upgrades, so that's nice. We don't either, but at least we're on an even footing in that regard. Why'd you go over there? Stupid. Dumb catapult. If I lose one of you to this AI. This pathfinding is... Ugh. Okay. It's because they don't update their pathing when a path has been, like, freed up. They're just like, oh, it's blocked. I'm gonna have to go all the way around here.
We're being attacked!
Well, one of my catapults are dead. Okay. We should also refrain from, like, destroying these walls, because apparently they'll be useful. Good, good.
Master? Okay. Yes, Master.
And as we're pushing south, I think there'll be, like, a barracks which we can get rid of. They have several, but getting rid of one of them will be... Okay. So there's the tree line which I mentioned. Oh, the cannon tower. Okay, good.
Okay.
Not good, but... I could also use Terran to attack them, because I think he has... Death and Decay.
Chop, chop. I'm on it.
Oh, they went my catapult somewhere.
I'm on it. Chop, chop.
Push down to there. Come on, peons.
What you want to get the boss? All right. Yeah. I'm on it. We're being attacked.
Oh. Were you under attack for Deathwing? He's a bit explosive.
What you want to get?
And you... Okay, so if we move you over to here... There's a gold mine. Okay, so there's 65,000 in there.
Yeah, chop, chop.
Let's build a guard tower there. And I'll build a lumber mill. It's a bit cramped in here.
Chop, chop. Make it quick. Yes.
Yeah, Terran's actually got haste. And with Dentag, we have bloodlust.
We're being attacked. Okay. Thanks,
Deathwing.
What do you want? That was
Don't attack that angle.
Time to die.
you wish. I'd be delighted.
Okay. The boss.
What? Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to want.
What? I'd be delighted. What?
Get back over here. There. Start cutting the trees down.
That was my last
Being attacked.
What?
Time to die. Slice and dice. Take it. Time to die. All right. The boss.
Oh!
You got me.
Well, there goes
The
Grom.
boss. Okay. The boss. All right.
It'll be fine though.
Chop.
I'm waiting. Greeting immediately.
We're being attacked.
Oh right, yeah, here they go. They're coming around the other side. This really is rather relentless.
It's over. You the boss. Need a hand? Yep. I'm on it.
Can I have a moment to breathe, please?
Lord Hook. Zug.
Yes, for
Oh no, you know. Oh, they've got paladins. Calculate those.
Yes, immediately.
Get skeletons, we're going to need them.
We're being attacked. You got me?
Yes. I
The boss. We're
first turn.
Yep, yeah, I'm on
This
it.
really is... It's just like... Okay. Attacks by... Let's see. Let me use my Zeppelin to have a look around. We're probably gonna restart this. So there's the wall just there. Yep. That's where White Base is. That's their base there. They've got that guarding the walls. This is where purple comes from. So let's see. There's a barracks there. There's a barracks there. There's a barracks there. I can't really get rid of those. Like, I did think maybe...
Being attacked!
I could push through into purple, but I think that's a bit too much. Maybe. I mean, getting rid of, like, one of these factions would be easier if I did it earlier on. Rather than sort of sitting here having to deal with attacks from all three. Featuring Deathwing the Firebat. Seems the same voice actor. Gotta like. It might be. Does it sound similar? Yeah, it does actually sound rather similar to the StarCraft Firebat. It's got a lot more reverb on it. Let's see. I mean, I can kind of see how this goes. I can probably do this. Maybe I'd have to slow the speed down so I have more time to react. Because as it is, it's just... everything's going off all over the place. I believe the guy was mentioning of, like, making a wall of skeletons to protect your units behind them. I think purple also has mages. I don't know whether they'd start with being able to cast Blizzard or not. Let's restart. I'll see if I can attack purple.
What? Huh? What?
Eat
Yes?
You got me?
And there. Considering all the heroes we've got, I'm kind of surprised we don't have oh, what's the troll hero? Yeah, the one with the one arm. I always forget his name. He's like in the first level of
Alright.
Orc campaign in Tides of Darkness. We'll try going this way. Yep. Yep.
Look down.
Alright. Okay.
Scorbu, you got me? Alright. Okay. Lord,
Okay.
you got me? Alright. You got me? Joe Max? Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. You got me? You got me? The boss. Okay.
Go over there. Get rid of the cannon tower. Good, good. Three versus one ballista.
Okay, yes, master. Okay.
You got me right. Lord, do you want me to kill you?
Okay.
No. I need those catapults.
Yes, master.
We're being attacked! Would you want me to kill?
There we go.
Huh? What?
You got me? Do you want axe?
Yes. All right.
Let me actually slow the speed down, so I have more time to react to things, as it is units zooming all over the place. If I'm going to be have to be as precise as I am, as it seems with all this.
Eat that. Swabble.
Huh? What? All right.
Then, you know,
Yes,
having
Would you want me to kill you? The boss.
things move more
Would you want me to kill
slower
you?
is going to be more
Okay.
it's going to be useful.
Would you want me to kill the boss?
Okay.
Would
Yes.
you want me to kill? Alright, you the boss. You the boss. You the boss. Would you want me to kill the boss? We're being attacked! You the boss.
Maybe it's a little slow, but a little too slow.
Alright.
Damn it.
Do you want axe? You the boss. Okay. You got me? Okay.
What do you want? Huh? That was my master.
Okay. You can go into 5.
The boss. Alright.
Damn it.
Do you want okay.
Oh. Sod you.
You got me?
Yes.
Okay, it's not completely over. I do still have Terran, and he has Death and Decay,
You wish.
which I can use to get rid of
Be delighted.
towers and all that from a distance.
You wish. Whatever you wish.
Look down.
Huh? Okay.
Got me? Alright.
Yes.
Okay, also, have you fly up there. Peons.
Son. You got me? Okay.
What? Immediately. Master?
Axe. Alright. We're being attacked! You got me? Alright. You the boss. Would you want me to kill?
Master? Whatever you wish.
You got me? Would you want me to kill
There we
the
go.
boss? Would you want me to kill? Son. You got me? Okay.
Immediately.
When I was playing Warcraft, the first one,
Whatever you wish.
unit movement speed was a lot slower in it, which gave you a lot more time to react to things.
You got me?
It also meant that you could, like, spend more time, like, getting units, like, in the path of others. To, like,
The boss. You got me?
block,
Son.
hey, my peons.
Yeah? I'm on it. Chop. Need a chop. Son. We're being attacked. Son. We're being attacked. The boss.
Was my master.
Dead time. Get out of there.
You got me? Okay.
Immediately.
So it gives me a lot more time to react to things. And then my units wander off when I'm not looking.
Immediately. Yes, I'd be delighted.
Yeah. Chop. You got me? Okay.
What?
Yeah?
Alright, okay, yes, what? Alright.
You get over
Yes,
here.
Master.
Once we get enough mana, I'll cast Haste
yeah,
and
right,
Bloodlust
alright.
on
Yes,
Deathwing
okay.
and send him over to deal with this.
We're being attacked!
Cannon Tower, which is here. I just hope we can deal with the rest of their base. They don't... They got a bit more there.
We're being attacked!
But I think our heroes can deal with that.
Greetings. 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 Whatever you Alright. What?
Actually, I could send Deathwing over to deal with that. He's a big enough lad. Damn it. Ah.
Need a hand? Chukami?
I'm listening. Alright. Master?
Would you want me to? Don't box.
But everyone just like...
Being attacked! You're the boss. Okay. Don't box. The boss. Alright.
Ah.
I'm on it. May there win.
Any... Just frustrated noises level.
Chop chop. Chop chop.
Yeah, we're getting attacked by Griffins. That didn't work too well. Maybe if I pushed into there faster. Don't I have enough resources to throw down a few buildings and make some catapults before taking a base? Possibly. You mean up here? Maybe. But I need to build a whole bunch of houses as well. Because my military, which I have, would prevent me from recruiting any more units. And then I would also need to get a lumber mill to be able to build. Hang on, let's see. I build a... Can I build other buildings, or do I need... I might need to build a blacksmith as well to get catapults. It's a good idea. Let me try doing that again. I'm gonna try and be a bit more aggressive than sort of waiting for all the towers to be destroyed and so on.
Chukami?
If not, we'll return to the
What do you want?
original method.
Yes. We're on our way. We're on our way. Master.
It is a tricky level.
Would you want me to?
So catapults over here.
Chukami, you the boss.
Could maybe get a level or 2 of armor. Yeah, that's an idea. I could build the blacksmith and then upgrade my troops a bit. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. We'll build that there. I do have a lot of oil, and it would help a bit. I just have to be careful about not spending all my resources upgrading my units, so I have enough to build a great hall later on. So we'll slow you down again. Get rid of that.
Stop. You're being attacked. Did you got me?
Whee! Cannon towers. Oh. That didn't work.
As the burning
It's like moving enough
Lord Hook.
Yes? What, huh?
Did you got me?
and then trying not to attract all of them.
We're being attacked.
That was my master.
Let's do that thing again, though. That was a good idea.
Sons
Let's
of
build a blacksmith.
Lord Hook. What? Eat not. Would you
Master?
want to kill?
Mourners on our way.
Go up here. As I said before, if I can, I would like to get rid of Violet, at least, because getting rid of one of the AI factions earlier on would be very useful.
All right.
Master,
Being
alright.
attacked.
It means I would only be getting attacked by
Sometimes.
Master,
three
yes,
other
master.
factions.
All right.
Yes?
Sometimes.
Yes, master. Alright.
You got me? Okay. You the boss. Sons of
Alright.
Okay. There's another cannon tower there.
Sometimes.
Yes, master.
Would you want to kill? You got me?
Master?
Being attacked. Would you want to kill me? Sometimes. Lord Hook.
Yes, master.
You got me, the boss. Huh?
Okay, good.
Yes,
Would you want to
master.
kill?
I gotta save. This isn't going too badly at the moment. Get rid of this.
Master, yes, master.
Master,
Alright.
John Dax.
Master, yes, master.
We're being attacked.
Yes, okay.
punch him! Oh no,
You want to kill?
cannon tower.
Okay. Yes, master. Alright. Alright.
Sons of
Alright.
Retreat! Move up again. By the way, if you say too much to take the fun away for what appears to be a wild play, just tell me to back off. Thank you for that. I don't mind tips and all that. Honestly, I've looked up a walkthrough to give myself some tips on what to expect myself, so I sort of know what to expect, but this is the first time I'm playing through
Alright.
We're being attacked.
the
Yes, master.
expansion
Yes.
You got me right.
for
You got me.
Beyond the Dark Portal.
Okay.
You got me. All right.
It's more just to give me a direction to go in, because otherwise it's sort of
Look there.
me figuring out exactly how they expect me to go about
Look there. Sons of. Would you want to
doing a
kill?
map
Master.
Would you want to kill?
and sort of cut down on retries.
Master.
John Dax.
Yeah, okay.
I
Would you want to kill the
looked up
boss?
a walkthrough. I also have seen a map of this, so again, because otherwise I'd just spend time mapping it out with the Zeppelin so I can see where everything is. Just saves a bit of time. I did play Warcraft 2 growing up though. I think I actually played through Tides of Darkness around August last year. So it's been a while
Alright. Alright. Alright.
since I
Okay.
played through that.
Would you
But-
want me to?
Yeah, I mean, you know, aside from like on and off playing it growing up, I never actually owned the game myself.
Do you want
I
that?
was borrowing it from friends. It's a fun game though. I played a lot more of Age of Empires growing up. And Warcraft 2.
Master, yes, master. Yes, okay. All right.
Friendly fire. You've only played through multiple times, not for over 10 years. One time
Yes.
Warcraft fan. I've played through Warcraft 3 as well.
Would you want me to?
I'm sort of making a point. Well, you know, they're fun to play through on stream, and I enjoy them, so we'll do that. We're also making a point to play through them without cheating.
All right.
Because often, when I was younger, when I got frustrated with these levels, I would just cheat and, you know, doesn't really count, does it?
Yes, yes, master.
Sunset, you got me. All right.
Master,
Okay, so let's see. We kind of got through that. Some of these upgrades.
We're being attacked.
Ah, I was wondering when that would happen. We might have been taking a bit too much time.
Yes. For Nersu.
We're being attacked. I'm on it. Chop, chop, chop. Boss.
Yes. Master. All right. Okay.
Boss.
Yes, master.
Yay, more ballistas.
We're being
All
attacked.
right. Okay. Yes, master. Okay. All right.
And there was another one over here.
All right. Okay.
Don't run away.
Master. Okay. All right. All right.
Greetings. I'd be delighted. All right. Would you want me to? Loptar. We're being attacked. Loptar.
You did like Warcraft 3. You still remember some of the cheats for this. You did like Warcraft 3, but haven't bothered with Reforged. I haven't looked at that myself either. If I do play through Warcraft 3, which I do plan on doing at some point, it will just be the original CD version. Same with StarCraft.
Loptar.
What?
Would you want me to?
Looking at the time, we probably won't be able to get much further with this, because I'd like to swap over to the next thing soon, so... Damn it!
What?
We're being
All right.
attacked. You got me.
What? Yes, all
Would you
right.
want me to?
Get rid of him. Yeah, they're level 3, so...
Loptar.
Getting a few armor and weapons upgrades would be... useful. The nice thing is these towers are surrounded by walls, so they can't actually get repaired. Small mercy.
All right. You got me. All right. Okay.
What? Yes. master.
You want me to?
Yes, master.
Son.
Where was that ballista? I saw that. It's hanging around.
Okay.
Work complete.
Okay, there's another tower gone.
Master.
You call me?
Yes, master.
You call me? You call me?
Get rid of that.
What you want me to the boss?
Okay.
You call me? We're being attacked!
Alright.
And my
You
catapult's
call
going
me?
to go.
Alright.
Yep.
The boss. What you want me to?
Yes, master. Yes.
We're being attacked!
Hmm.
John Dax?
What do you want? Yes.
Okay, you're on tower attacking duty. Even though there's a... There's a cannon tower there, so that's going to go well. There we go. Okay. Well, I mean, I have
You got me?
some things.
Alright.
I'd be delighted.
What you want me to do? Alright.
Yes.
Okay. We're being attacked!
You're on our way.
We're being attacked! Alright. Okay.
Ah.
Son.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I got rid of the towers, but yeah, I think I'm taking too long to actually get through there. Hmm. How else could I do things? I can like try and make a bit of a base down here using this wall here once I get rid of these towers around here. Then I could just defend here. Then I can break a small section through the wall here. Go down to the gold mine, which is down there. It's not like the enemy is going to run out of resources. They have gold mines. And there's 3 of them. I could do what I did the first time. Go down there and, yeah, pardon me. Build a great hall. And, I don't know, just focus on building guard towers faster? Let's see, to get a guard tower, I need to build a great hall, or I need to build a lumber mill. And then I can build scout watchtowers and then upgrade them to guard towers. think going all on the light blue is a better call, as the purple left me alone this try though. This try through. They only attacked last time after I attacked them first. Did they? I didn't pay attention, so, you know, staying away from them perhaps. I think last time they did send units over to attack me. Not last time, the first time I tried this when I set up a base down here. They did send some units to attack me. Because let's see, there's a mountain range going along here. Purple's up here. Teal is over here, or light blue. White's down here, and then blue is on an island over here. And they've been sending Griffin Riders to me every now and then. There's a gold mine over here. Actually, okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be all for the tries tonight. However, I will just bring up a map so we can analyze it. Rather than trying to describe things which are under the fog of war. Also because I don't want to use, like... Which one is it? It's the Alliance. No. That's it, there, the Dark Portal. Okay, copy that over. And... that. So, there we go. That's absolutely massive. Shrink it down a bunch of times. Okay, so this is the map of the campaign. Let's actually do this. So you can see you start up in the top right there, and there's that line of towers with the enemies. I can't actually point out the things, but you see there's the lines of enemies there, which don't seem like that much, honestly. You could, like, breeze through them. If it wasn't for the cannon towers, if I attack them, the cannon towers are just going to tear groups of my units apart. So I have to take care of those quickly. Carefully. Where are the cannon towers? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's, like, 2 up there, 1 in the center, 2 down there. Okay. And then, what? Is there any cannon towers in the base? There is. There's 1, 2, 3. There's actually 3. There's 1 in that little walled off fortress there in the center of the screen at the moment. There's 1 over there next to their gold mine, and there's 1 up near where that forest line is. Or that little forest area is. So purple, as you can see, purple doesn't really have that much. They got the 2 cannon towers, 3, one's right at the back of their base. Which I could deal with the cannon towers and the watchtowers using Deathwing. If he was hasted and bloodlusted, I could send him off after them. And when I played it, they had a bunch of units around their town hall. Did they recruit those? I guess they did. Archers and footmen. It's all the time it takes for me getting through these towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So there's actually 3 cannon towers on the line there. You can see right there. Actually 3 there, whereas there's only, well, there's 3 there as well, but no, there's 2 there because there's 1 in the center, and then there's 1 just north of that other watchtower. They don't have much, but it opens me up to defending on 2 fronts. I guess you mean as I push through that pass. Because my idea is more, once I get rid of them, then I'd be able to I'd only have to defend through that narrow pass there, because then teal would have to go through there, and white would have to go through there. But then you could see blue there, and they'd be sending Griffin Riders over. You can see blues on that island over there. And there's white, which, again, they don't actually have too much. got a bunch of watchtowers around there. And they got a fort there with all their barracks in it, surrounded by watchtowers and a single cannon tower. And the pass there is guarded by watchtower and cannon towers. But they upgraded to paladins, I think, pretty quickly. Start off with a castle. Keep. Purple actually starts off just with a town hall. So the plan, as I said, which I followed the first time, which went all right, but I just kept getting attacked. I didn't have time to do anything else, was send my units through those towers there. Go around using this forest here to defend. I would set up around this gold mine. And then you'd use Deathwing to get rid of teal space. Pick them off. And then from there, I suppose you'd expand out into teal space, deal with purple, then deal with white, and then blue. Tricky map. I might actually have a look at someone else playing through it to see what other people have done. Does the white at the bottom have much in the way of air defense? They have the watchtowers. They have what, 4 of them around this, around their castle. Infantry wise, well, they have 3 barracks, so they could probably start creating archers. Though I guess not much. They don't start with much. You think I like fly Deathwing over and deal with them? Because the guard towers aren't too much of a hassle, too much trouble for him. Sending Deathwing down to harass and taking down as much as possible, maybe bypassing T. Yeah, I think the main problem though is, I mean, yes, I'm always open to ideas. I think it's like, my catapults pretty much survive getting rid of these walls, and then after that, traveling around is sort of, well, they're going to get chased down by knights as I move them to somewhere else. Unless I keep my guys bunched up around them, but that makes my whole army move slower. It's kind of frustrating looking at this, because I can see like all this stuff and I'm like, I could get rid of this. Not that difficult. Then actually doing it is. I guess they're also upgrading their units quickly. It was a good idea upgrading with the barracks. I might keep doing that. At least for the first level of attack and defense. Make my guys a little bit tougher. Alright. Go around the forest to set up in the southeast. You mean down here? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have another think about it. Anyway, that was Warcraft 2. That last level, yeah, that's going to be difficult. We got past the other level though. It was a lot easier after I did it in that specific way. So I don't know, maybe there'll be a way which I can do this which will make it a lot easier. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'll thank you very much for joining, and I hope you join me again next time, where we might actually be able to finish the Orc campaign for Warcraft 2 Beyond the Dark Portal, and then it'll be on to the human campaign. Oh joy.